Cheers to falling in love. You never been in love?
I haven't.
We have our first look at Matt James's season of The Bachelor, and we're breaking down everything we know so far. Hey guys, welcome to another shared news from home. We finally have our first glimpse of Matt James's season. But before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future updates. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, and I'm joined by the wonderful Gabby Gonta and Avery Grooms. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
So I know we are all so excited about Matt's season. We've been talking about it. We have high expectations. So let's just dive into this first teaser and see what we can unpack. First of all, let's just take our very first look at Matt in all of his Bachelor glory.
Hello.
So I don't know if you caught it right there, but that is What a Man by Salt and Pepa, which is honestly so fitting. He looks so dashing. The resort is so beautiful. Gabby, what are your first reactions?
I love this song and this theme for Matt. I think he is a real man, looking to find love on this show. And it's definitely getting me excited. I mean, just his face in that short clip, he was beaming. And especially to see these amazing girls walk out of the limo, he's excited too.
Yeah, I'm loving this whole new aesthetic, a new location. We got the red carpet on the stairs and a new man who was never a contestant on the show, which makes this upcoming season so much more unique. So I think this is going to be super exciting.
Totally agree. They're teasing quite a few little limo entrance moments in this. So let's take a look at some more of those clips.
The women are literally falling for you.
What are your thoughts, Gabby, on the stairs? It's already so nerve-wracking. They have to go up these intimidating steps. I mean, producers just throwing them curveballs right off the bat.
They really are. I mean, it's like, this is not the Bachelor Mansion anymore. Like, where are we? But they're clearly having to pivot because of COVID issues and still wanting to get filming. So, I mean, this is an amazing resort for them to be at. And it's totally unfair that they're, making these girls in these amazing heels walk up the stairs. If that was me, I would be absolutely horrified, but I'm sure she recovers from it fine and they have a little laugh about it. I know Matt has a great sense of humor, so I'm sure he'll overlook any little missteps like that, but it's funny, especially when Chris makes the joke that they're falling for him. So we already love that Chris is cracking jokes and that they're having a good time.
I think it makes for a good joke as far as the falling goes. I feel like I definitely would be falling over my dress, walking up those stairs, seeing Matt James in front of me. Like, I don't blame them. They're probably so nervous in their heels and dresses and then have to step over a stair. It's expected, like it happens, but hopefully she made a funny joke after that or something. And maybe he will start saying watch your step, give the girls a heads up. We'll have to see on that one.
Honestly, it's totally memorable. If you're going to trip up the stairs and you make the most of it, the most thing everyone wants to do is stand out. So it could be a totally great opportunity. I think this goes without saying. I don't think we're surprised to see this, but of course, the girls right off the bat are totally into Matt. Let's check out this next clip.
Matt is a delicious man.
So fun. It looks like they're gonna have quite the location to explore. Obviously, as we sort of mentioned, they're doing the same format as The Bachelorette, so they're going to be quarantined in a bubble. This time, though, it's on the East Coast. This resort is the Nema-colon resort in Pennsylvania. So that hot tub moment, I mean, it's the winter, it's Pennsylvania, it's gonna be cold, it's gonna be fall weather. What are your thoughts on this, Gabby? The whole fall wonderland location they've got.
It looks really fun. I think they're going to get really creative with it. I know it's so hard. There's not much to do out there right now, especially fun date ideas, but you know, if we can look to anyone, it's the Bachelor producers to still come up with fun date ideas. I mean, I'm running out of them myself, so I'm definitely going to be watching the show to figure out some more fun date ideas, and just watching that season in general. That'll be a fun thing to do on Monday nights. So it'll be fun to see what they come up with for dates and how he starts falling in love with his potential wife, girlfriend, you know, whatever happens.
Yeah, I think, of course, the producers picked a great place. It already looks so amazing. And I know they'll be limited as far as activities go, but I think that'll also allow for more time to just get to know Matt, because unlike anyone else, we haven't seen him on a prior season. So there's still so much to get to learn about him and other contestants. So hopefully they'll be able to focus on that more.
Interesting piece of information we learn in this teaser. Apparently, Matt has never been in love.
Here's to falling in love. You've never been in love.
I haven't.
My job is to change that.
Ugh, what a Chris Harrison moment. We love Chris. What are your thoughts on Matt never being in love in his life? I mean, this is a huge deal for him. What are your thoughts, Gabby?
Yeah, I think, you know, never being in love, that's sort of going to be his thing, I guess, for the show. Besides being our first Black Bachelor, I think each contestant has a thing about them that makes them unique compared to the other leads of the show. So this is a big deal, though. I know, you know, contestants have gone home in the past for never being in love because people feel like you're not experienced enough or you're not ready to really settle down if you haven't experienced that feeling before. So it'll be interesting if this is his main thing. And like in the same scenario, his contestants, the girls that are there for him, might be a little worried about this as well, because, you know, is he ready for this? Is he ready to settle down? Because I think once you fall in love once or multiple times, you really start learning what you want or what you don't want and start refining, you know, your decisions and what you're looking for. So it'll be interesting to see the dynamic between Matt and the girls this season because of that.
Yeah, I think this will just be very unique. Like you said, he's the first Black Bachelor. He's never been on the show before, and he's never been in love. For whatever reason that is, maybe he just didn't have time, didn't meet the right person. But I think being in this type of scenario will really allow him to put his guard down and focus on finding that actual in love feeling.
I mean, it's literally going to be the only goal he has. So hopefully, I mean, we always want the leads to find love, but hopefully he especially finds it. They didn't give us too many like character teases in this, but we did get a clip of someone referring to herself as the Queen. Seems like she might be an early one to watch.
The Queen has arrived.
Be wary of this girl.
So early warning. Looks like a pageant type girl to me. We know that's been a casting favorite. They keep throwing us more and more pageant girls each season. What are your thoughts on the Queen, Gabby? Is she going to end up being one of our villains, troublemakers? What do you think?
It's hard to say. It could definitely be either of those. I think the first night is when all the girls or all the contestants just go crazy and do something funny and goofy. So she could be the one that he ends up with, you know, it just depends. But this overall made me really excited for another Bachelor season because I think in my book, Peter's season just really doesn't count. So I'm ready for another Bachelor to be our lead and have the girls as the contestants because I think it's such a fun dynamic. And I think this was even one of the record-setting amount of girls who applied to date Matt James, over 6,000 or something crazy. So I think along with me, a lot of girls out there are ready for Matt James.
Yeah, I thought this little Queen moment was, I mean, it could be just something silly, but also I think it was kind of a bold move. I mean, walking into a room full of girls saying that, dressed up like that, there's going to be some backlash and there's going to be some girls that hate that and it might start petty drama. But I respect the courage. I think it's cute.
We'll have to keep our eyes out for the Queen. Obviously, we are so excited to start to get to know these girls. I'm sure Reality Steve will have their Instagrams for us if he hasn't already found them. Of course, it would not be a Bachelor or Bachelorette teaser without some tears, some drama. We got a little glimpse of that as well.
What just happened was not okay.
So some tears, something happens that's not okay. Avery, what are your thoughts? I mean, there's gonna be drama this season.
Oh, yes, of course. It cannot be The Bachelor without a lot of tears, you know? And I mean, we don't really see that as much on The Bachelorette. So already, I think this was like 4 girls shown crying. I bet there will be a lot more. And I mean, it's Matt James. There's probably a lot of high emotions to cry over and drama. A bunch of girls quarantined in a hotel together. It's what's expected.
Same thing. I think the girl drama can be more petty and crazy sometimes. It's either like you become best friends immediately or you'll hate them for the entire season. So it'll be interesting to see what girls, team up or what fights sort of go down between them. And, a lot of the Bachelor seasons, the past Bachelorette one, we're still in the middle of right now, and the future Bachelor seasons, things can get shaken up and a lot of things can change and throw us for a loop. But the one thing that will remain is all the drama. So I think we can rely on that no matter what.
Oh, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Gabby, you actually touched on this earlier when we were talking about, whether or not Matt has been in love and all that jazz. There's going to be a question that comes to mind, and Chris Harrison, of course, does his job, and he asks it in this next clip.
Do you feel ready for this?
So they cut away before we get our answer. I'm assuming he does. What are your thoughts, Avery? Is Matt ready for love?
I mean, how could anyone be ready for such an experience like this? I think it's a pro and a con that he wasn't a contestant prior. So he could go into this with a really fresh head. At the same time, he can't relate to being on the other side of things. But I think this is a great situation for someone to be in who's never been in love.
I agree. I think it'll be interesting because exactly what you said. He hasn't been on a show before. He hasn't experienced the whole filming side of it, contestant or bachelor in either position. So I think he's going to be a lot different than contestants that we've seen in the past. But whether he's ready or not, I'm certainly ready. So let's get this going.
Yes, we are all certainly ready. I feel like we have been counting down for so long, longer than we usually do. But the wait is almost over, you guys. Time is flying by, and Matt's season is going to premiere Monday, January 4th. So mark your calendars. It will be here before you know it. We want to know your thoughts. What are your initial reactions to this teaser? Are you so pumped for Matt? How are you guys feeling about the season in general? Let us know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell because we will, of course, be covering all things Bachelor and Bachelorette. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring. You can follow me on socials at Fiona Zaring. And Gabby, where can they find you?
You can follow me at Gabby Gonta.
You can follow me at Avery Grooms.
Amazing. Thanks, you guys. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.